Holy smokus, it ain't no jokus. XRP holders, is Clarity Act coming tomorrow? Well, sort of. You'll understand in just a second. We'll talk about XRP and the price action that went up and then sold off. Now, all I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button, and let's get into it. Please read the disclaimer. So currently XRP is actually sitting at $1.39. You can see XRP is down 2%, Bitcoin's down 1.5%, Ethereum down 2%. The whole crypto market had similar pullbacks. You can see the graphs look the same, but it's not just the crypto market, stock market also pulled back. You can see after many days of green, right? We're seeing a red day. You can see if we look at the graph, we had there were a few red days, but it's been on a big run. Today, pulling back a little bit. There are some movers and shakers. Microsoft, moving up. Nvidia, some are moving. Palantir today, but for the most part, the crypto market has pulled back here today, and the stock market as well. There wasn't anything bad. Actually, there's good news that just came out, and we start out with the fact that Saudi Arabia and Kuwait have reversed their decision to restrict the U.S. military use their bases and airspace for Project Freedom, according to the Wall Street Journal. Earlier this week, Saudi and Kuwait reported blocked the U.S. from using their bases and airspace for military operations to reopen the strait. Now that decision has been reversed, President Trump is looking to restart Project Freedom. You remember, if you watched the video this morning, he was going to pause Project Freedom. Now, because Saudi Arabia and Kuwait flipped, so Trump could flip back, and that's the reason why also we're maybe seeing the markets pulling back a little bit today. Okay, now just crypto related. Now, Senator Loomis says every day we delay the Clarity Act is a day American companies consider building their future elsewhere. And this is very important, not just for XRP and for Ripple and for, but for Americans, right? Yeah, it's better for jobs to be in America. And Senator Loomis says here, the American people have made it clear, America should lead the way in digital assets. Let's secure our financial future for generations to come. And you can see there was a poll and 42% support the Clarity Act, only 11% oppose. I don't know who's opposing this. And Eleanor says here, support for crypto market structure legislation is crossing party lines, with 52% of voters supporting the bill, just 11% oppose. The Clarity Act is backed by a majority of Democrats, Republicans, and independents alike, underscoring broad voter demand for clearer rules and stronger consumer protections for digital assets ahead of a critical vote in the Senate Banking Committee next week. Before we continue, I just want to remind you that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. Now, Lenore gives us another scoop here, saying the Senate Bank Committee is preparing to notice a markup for Clarity Act as soon as tomorrow, and has circulated draft legislative text to select industry members ahead of the potential Thursday vote. According to multiple industry sources who have seen the text, the language is reportedly still being finalized, with additional edits expected to reflect priorities from Democratic offices. One source told her that overall vibes after reviewing the bill and coordinating with other industry leaders are positive so far, though some bracketed sections are raising concerns that key provisions previously thought to be settled may still be in the flux. Sigh, but because not everything is finished. But on the flip side, they could be coming this week, but also there might be things that there have problems. Now, let's hope that what we could have problems with will get ironed out and won't be an issue, right? Let's knock on wood, hope for that. It will be very interesting to see how this plays out. Like, maybe this time next week, we'll have a clear path. We'll have a clear direction for the crypto market and for Clarity Act, and we can be in a new phase in the crypto market. So this is going to be very interesting to see how it is. Now, listen, Coinbase thinks that the Clarity Act will pass before summer ends. Coinbase CLO said he is very confident the Clarity Act will pass before summer ends. He urged banks to accept the deal, warning rejection could leave them facing less favorable laws like the Genius Act. So remember, Genius Act already passed, and there's things there that, if not smoothed out by the Clarity Act, then the Genius Act could take precedent. So again, that's another thing that we need to take into consideration. We also got news about the White House crypto advisor Patrick Witt targeting July 4th to pass the Clarity Act. So maybe, not the end of summer, maybe July 4th. It's all still on the table, right? Now, this is interesting from Morgan Stanley here. We actually talked about this yesterday, but Paul raises an interesting anecdote here. He says, the real reason for Coinbase mass layoffs, the tide is shifting and it's about to get real. Morgan Stanley just hit the sell button on high fees. They're rolling out crypto trading on E-Trade for 50 basis points flat fee, effectively front-running Schwab 75, which was already trying to vampire attack Coinbase. Fee war begins. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sol, and potentially XRP will be next before they launch. And so again, this could be good and bad for the crypto market. It could be good because this might open up the door to many retail traders. But on the flip side, we know how fickle, right? I think that's the word, fickle, retail traders can be. And when the market is doing good, they'll come. But when the market pulls back a little bit, they run for the hills and they sell off at first sign of fear. And so that could be, again, good for the market, but also could be a bad thing for the market if we get more retail. Less fees, of course, is good for consumers, right? Is it going to be, sometimes, the zero fees on stocks, there's different opinions if it was good or bad. But most will say it's good, and it helped many people that weren't maybe in the stock markets to actually enter the stock market. So I'll be interested to see what happens here between Morgan Stanley and Schwab and Fidelity and others that are trading there. And the White House gave us an interesting update. The strategic Bitcoin reserve announcement is expected in the next few weeks, according to Patrick Witt of the President Council of Advisors. So this is going to be another thing that we're going to have to watch out in the next coming weeks that could be good for the crypto market going forward. So very interesting to see what XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum are going to do in the next coming hours, if there's going to be an update on what Trump is doing and what's happening there. Yes, negotiations, no negotiations. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think? Are we going to see the crypto market continue this, we call it annoying run, terrible run that it's on right now? Or are we going to see the crypto market recover and finally get some good news from the Clarity Act and some good news from a price action standpoint as well? Don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.